Here's the uncomfortable question that every car buyer should be asking. Will my car's brand still be around by the time I want to sell it? Because the resale value of your vehicle doesn't just depend on mileage or condition. It depends on whether the brand behind it actually survives. Today, we're counting down 13 brands that experts say are dangerously close to collapse. Some are newcomers barely treading water, while others are once famous names fading fast. The one at the top of this list is a shocker most people won't see coming. Number 1, VinFast. VinFast entered the US market with huge claims of being the next big electric vehicle player. They promised affordable EVs, futuristic tech, and even rapid expansion plans, including factories on American soil. For a moment, it looked like they might reshape the landscape, but delays in deliveries, troubling reports about build quality, and prices nearly equal to Tesla or Mercedes quickly turned excitement into hesitation. Their Nasdaq debut spiked briefly, but the stock struggled once analysts warned the growth was unsustainable. Now, resale values are already tanking, with some cars losing significant value within months. And even American startups face this same pressure. Number 2, Faraday Future. Faraday Future once carried the title of Tesla killer, promising to leap ahead with bold technology and revolutionary design. Its unveilings were flashy. The FF91 prototype was eye-catching, and early supporters expected a brand that would redefine premium EVs. But as years passed, the delays piled up. Production timelines slipped again and again. Investors walked away, and lawsuits drained resources. Layoffs further cut momentum, leaving only a shadow of the company's original ambition. Today, the FF91 exists in tiny numbers, far too limited to gain real traction. Without scale, it risks becoming a collector's oddity. Another EV dream collapsed midway. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 3, Fisker. Fisker came back with big promises after its earlier collapse, positioning the Ocean SUV as the symbol of a clean second chance. Excitement was strong at first, with stylish design and competitive range numbers drawing attention. But soon, concerns appeared. Reports of software glitches, delivery delays, and rising doubts about the company's finances started to overshadow the hype. Competing against giants like Tesla and Hyundai has proven to be a heavy burden with limited resources. In the used market, Ocean prices are already slipping, reflecting buyer hesitation. History seems ready to repeat, and even stronger companies with powerful investors face the same dangerous outlook. Number 4, Lordstown Motors. Lordstown Motors was once portrayed as the small-town disruptor aiming to reinvent the American work truck. The company's endurance pickup was marketed as a rugged EV designed for fleets and everyday workers. But behind the headlines, real problems surfaced quickly. Investigations showed the company overstated demand with inflated order numbers, and mismanagement eroded confidence. Funding became harder to secure, and what began as optimism soon unraveled. Eventually, Lordstown filed for bankruptcy protection, turning its bold promises into a warning sign. Today, endurance owners have little clarity about warranties, parts, or future service. Even well-financed luxury EV brands risk facing similar cliffs. Number 5, Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors entered the scene with enormous financial backing and advanced EV technology, aiming to redefine luxury electric cars. Their Air sedan set records for range and charging speed, proving the engineering was impressive. But the cars came with six-figure price tags, instantly shrinking the potential customer base. Production costs soared, and the company leaned heavily on Saudi investment to stay afloat. Output has consistently lagged behind forecasts, raising doubts over sustainability. In the resale market, Lucid vehicles lose value faster than other premium EVs. Without stronger volume growth, buyers risk being stuck with niche cars lacking widespread support, unlike brands aiming for everyday affordability. Number 6, Rivian. Rivian made headlines with its adventure-focused SUVs and pickups, finally giving buyers something different from the usual EV lineup. The R1T and R1S offered off-road capability, strong performance, and real lifestyle appeal. Consumers and media praised the brand, but behind the enthusiasm sits a major problem. cash burn. The company loses billions in operating costs each year. Amazon's early investment and van contract were lifelines, but expansion delays and production struggles have rattled investors. Reliability concerns add more uncertainty, and Rivian's dependence on constant new funding creates risk. Its survival depends on stabilizing quickly, because even established luxury brands face the same uphill battle. Number 7. Maserati. Maserati once stood for exotic performance and Italian craftsmanship, but today the badge is fading fast. In the US, sales have collapsed into just a few thousand cars per year, a sharp decline from its former reputation as a dream brand. The pressure comes from parent company Stellantis, which must decide whether to keep Maserati exclusive or chase higher volumes by sharing platforms with mainstream brands. That strategy risks erasing what made Maserati special. Dealerships already face lots filled with unsold models, and resale prices continue to sink. Prestige alone can't protect a car maker, and Maserati's decline mirrors troubles within another Italian brand. Number 8. Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo has always attracted attention for its sleek styling and passionate driving feel. It's a brand that loyal fans defend, often overlooking flaws because of its heritage and bold designs. But being admired by a small group of enthusiasts doesn't always translate to strong sales. In the US, Alfa Romeo struggles to gain traction, selling only a fraction of what mainstream brands move. Stellantis has even questioned whether the brand has a real future here. Owners also face a thin dealership network and uncertain access to parts. Style alone cannot keep Alfa alive, unlike a rare Japanese brand facing harsher realities. Number 9. Mitsuoka. Mitsuoka is one of Japan's most unusual automakers, known for building quirky retro-inspired cars that look like they come from another era. Models such as the Vute resemble classic British sedans, while others mimic old sports cars with a whimsical twist. The challenge is their scale. Production numbers are tiny, and outside Japan, hardly anyone recognizes the brand. Servicing is limited, parts are difficult to source, and repair knowledge is almost non-existent abroad. Buying a Mitsuoka is more like adding a collector's toy to your garage than securing a daily driver. For resale value, the risks resemble another obscure global brand battling for survival. Number 10. SsangYong. SsangYong, now renamed KG Mobility, has long been seen as South Korea's problem child in the auto industry. The company has cycled through multiple owners and restructurings, each time hoping to reset its image and rebuild consumer trust. Even with newly launched SUVs, the legacy of repeated bankruptcies hangs heavy. Buyers remember promises that never quite lasted, and history makes people hesitant to commit. Outside its home market, awareness is scarce, leaving prices uncompetitive and global recognition weak. Without securing reliable export success, KG Mobility risks yet another stumble. Changing the badge doesn't erase instability, and resale demand remains practically non-existent. Number 11. Lotus. Lotus built its reputation on racing heritage and lightweight sports cars that emphasized precision driving. For decades, enthusiasts admired models like the Elise and Exige for their raw, focused performance. But admiration hasn't always translated into strong sales, and that's where the pressure lies. Despite backing from parent company Geely, Lotus still struggles with profitability. The switch toward electric vehicles, including the Evija hypercar, has pushed costs even higher while volume remains low. Niche interest limits appeal, and without steady funding, the risk grows. Even brands with legendary names can shrink quickly when scale is missing, something a once mainstream badge is now confronting. Number 12. Smart. Smart was once seen as the quirky urban car maker under Mercedes, offering tiny city cars built for tight streets and limited parking. At first, its novelty drew attention, but sales quickly shrank as cities moved away from microcars and consumers favored larger vehicles. Now, under a Mercedes-Geely partnership, Smart is shifting focus towards small crossovers, hoping to regain relevance in a changing market. Yet despite this pivot, demand remains minimal, and confidence in resale is collapsing outside niche buyers. Without strong adoption, Smart's future looks grim. Instead of a success story, the brand risks being remembered as an experiment overshadowed by its decline. And that brings us to one of the most shocking names on this list. An American icon once thought untouchable. Number 13, Chrysler. Chrysler once stood tall as one of Detroit's big three, producing everything from muscle cars to family sedans. For decades, the name carried weight in American driveways, but that reputation has eroded. Today, Chrysler sells just a single vehicle in the US, the Pacifica minivan. Parent company Stellantis has been clear about cutting brands without profit, and Chrysler has shown no real momentum. Plans for future EVs exist, but timelines are vague and competition may pass them by. If Chrysler disappears, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram likely carry forward instead. That leaves Pacifica owners stranded with weak resale value and shrinking support. These 13 brands show how quickly a reputation can fade. A badge might look appealing in a showroom, but that doesn't guarantee support, parts, or resale value a few years later. Buyers often focus only on features or price while ignoring whether the brand itself has a future. If a company collapses or shrinks, the car in your driveway loses value almost overnight. Think beyond the sticker price before signing. Choosing the wrong name can mean high depreciation, unreliable service, and limited peace of mind. A smart purchase isn't just about today. It's about whether it still matters tomorrow.